Jack left quietly, leaving behind memories, the pain, and an unfulfilled love of Tien. He did not look back, because I know the road ahead is full of challenges. He came to a foreign country, carrying to empty hands and a heart full of wounds. Once upon a time, I thought I would never get up again. But every time he looked in the mirror, he told himself, "Jack, you cannot fall." Time passes, sure to get to work, from an ordinary employee, until I built my own career. Hard days, successive failures did not make him back down. And then one day he was able to stand on the top of Cal, become a real CEO of the corporation, the finance you build from zero. But amidst all that success, his heart was still empty. Jack can't forget the past, cannot forget the people who have passed through his life. Tien, and Tien, someone he never thought will play an important role in your life. Meet Tien again. One late evening, when Jack was sitting alone in his office, the phone rang. Number is. He picked up the phone, and the voice on the other end of the line made him stunned. I must be Tien. Jack clutched the phone in disbelief. How long has it been since they saw each other? Tien, why are you calling me? The voice on the other side hesitated a bit, then chuckled. Because I have no one else to call. Jack was silent. A strange feeling rose in his heart. Can I see you? Tien asked, probably unable to think of anything else. A fateful encounter. Jack and Tien met in a quiet coffee shop. Tien looked more haggard than before. His eyes were a bit gloomy. What's up, Jack asked. Tien smiled faintly and stirred the cup of coffee in front of her. Tone left me. Jack was startled. I don't know much about the relationship between Tone and Tien, but he didn't expect that they would break up. Leave you. Tien nodded. He was afraid of public opinion, afraid of affecting career, afraid of everything except me. His voice had no trace of reproach, just a bitter story. Jack looked at him for a long time and then sighed. What are you going to do next? Tien laughed, but in that laugh there was only all his pain. I don't know, maybe I will leave the city. Jack looks at Tien. An indescribable feeling rose in his heart. I never thought before that I will care about progress in some way. But now, when seeing weak people and hurt in front of me, I want to protect you. You don't have to leave, Jack said slowly. Tien looked up and looked straight into Jack's eyes. So what do you think I should do? Jack did not answer immediately. He just looked at Tien for a long time and then said softly, Stay with me. The days together, Tien stayed. At first, he only worked for Jack's company, but gradually the gap between them narrowed. Jack doesn't know. Since when did the presence of Tien become a part of him? Indispensable in his life. Every morning when I open my eyes, I know that there will always be someone by my side. Same with Tien. He gradually realized that even if he lost home, you are not alone, because Jack is always there. They are in no rush to name this relationship, just being together together through the tough times, together through the wounds of the past. And then one day, when standing on the highest balcony of the building, Jack looked at Tien and asked softly, "If I said I wanted to be with you for the rest of my life, would you believe me?" Tien looked at him, her eyes sparkling under the city lights. He did not answer immediately, just slowly took Jack's hand and squeezed it tightly. "Jack, I always believe in you." And for the first time in years, Jack felt his heart was truly at peace. When the heart has chosen, Jack is not an easy person to open up to. "I have lost all my honor, career, and love. But now standing on the top with everything in hand, I realize the most precious thing. It's not about power or money, but the one who is by your side every day." Tien was not a choice of fate from the beginning, but you were the only one who makes Jack feel warm, peace, and most of all, no longer lonely. Both of them just stay together without needing status. No need for recognition. But life does not leave them alone. One day, rumor has it that Jack and Tien have a special relationship to start spreading in the business world. Press headlines. Famous financial CEO suspected of having an affair with his close assistant. Jack has changed. The truth about his relationship with a mysterious man. Tabloids keep coming out. Attached is a picture of Jack and Tien walking together. Intimate moments that they had never noticed before. At the company, the board of directors began to put pressure. Some shareholders are worried, afraid that this rumor will affect the image of the group. Jackie should come out and correct it. A CEO with rumors like this is not good. You need a woman by your side, at least to deal with the media. Jack was silent, but Tien was not. That night when both were at home, Tien looked at Jack with a bit of hesitation in her eyes. "Jack, do you think we are doing it wrong?" Jack put the glass of wine down on the table and frowned slightly. "Why do you ask?" Tien smiled faintly and looked out the window. "Because I'm afraid you'll have to give up too much." Jack walked up and stood behind Tien. Deep voice rang out. "You think I would let those stupid rumors influence your decision?" Tien turned back to him with conflicted eyes. "But I don't want you to feel pressured. If you leave, maybe things will be easier for me." Jack grabbed his wrist, holding it tight. "Do you want to leave me?" Tien bit her lip and did not answer. Jack sighed and pulled him into his arms, hugging him tightly. "Never say that again. I have lost too much. I don't want to lose you again." Tien trembled slightly. That moment he knew he couldn't leave. No matter how difficult it is, he still wants to stay. Jack's choice. The next day, Jack held a press conference in front of 10 reporters. He stood up straight, his eyes sharp but full of determination. "I have nothing to hide," he said slowly. "The person I am with is not a scandal, not a shameful secret." He looked straight into the lens and his voice rang out clearly. "I love Tien." The whole hall burst into tears. Reporters raced to take photos and record. Shareholders in the company were also stunned. But Jack didn't care. First time in life. "I don't care what the world thinks. I just follow my heart." Tien stood silently behind, tears falling down unconsciously. He never thought Jack would dare to do this. When Jack stepped down from the Buddha speech, his eyes and Tien met. Jack smiled and extended his hand towards him. Tien hesitated for a second, then smiled and walked over to hold his hand. They know that from now on, no matter what storms come, they will also face it together, because they chose each other. The storm has not stopped yet. Jack's announcement shocked the business world. His corporation became the focus of public opinion. Some support, some oppose. There are critics. He was crazy to trade his entire career for one man. But Jack didn't mind. He is used to battles, and this time, he will fight for himself. While Jack and Tien are facing public opinion together, an underground force has begun to act. John, Jack's old enemy, the person he exposed for illegal business dealings, has returned, sitting in a luxury office. John laughed when he saw the news about Jack in the newspaper. "He is so stupid," his secretary nodded. "Sir, maybe this is the best time to take action. The board of directors is shaky. If we push ahead with the stock buyback, we can overthrow him. Squint your eyes and smile, then act." Attack from all sides. The next day, Jack Corporation's stock price suddenly dropped sharply. Business partners began to hesitate to cooperate. The board of directors pressured Jack to resign. Tien saw the tension growing day by day. He didn't want Jack to be under any more pressure, but he also knew that if he left now, Jack will be hurt more. "Jack, can I help you?" Jack shook his head and gently stroked his hair. "You just need to be here." A deadly trap. That night, accept a call from a confidential source. "Jack, be careful. Dung is planning to get rid of you." Jack narrowed his eyes and his voice dropped. "Get rid of him? He doesn't just want to destroy your company. He wants you gone." Jack clenched the phone. I know John is not a simple man. If he had taken action, he would have definitely had a perfect plan, but Jack was not afraid. I have hit rock bottom, and he doesn't mind betting again. A ruthless war, Jack started the counterattack. He secretly met with some important shareholders, convinced them to side with you. He also released evidence of John's shady dealings, gradually isolate the opponent. But John is not easy to defeat. He hired someone to follow Jack, threaten those close to him. One night when Jack was on his way home, a black car rushed at high speed. Tien shouted, "Jack, be careful." Jack turned around, but it was too late. The car crashed into him. The car horn blared loudly and everything went dark. Is this the end? Probably lying on the road, blood staining the ground red. Tien rushed over, tears falling nonstop. Jack and I did not answer. Tien trembled and called for an ambulance. Only then did he realize one thing that was probably everything to him. You can't lose me, but will fate let them be together? Or will this be a tragedy with no way out?